I'd like to welcome everyone to Congregation Beth the Philip Moses. It's good to see everybody this morning. We're here this week for the Parsha Eikev. And when I read this week, it took me back to my childhood in the sense that before I was ever let out of the house to spend the night at a friend's house, my mother had a list of things to remind me about. Mind your manners, say your prayers, brush your teeth. There was a whole list of things and always, thank your guests, use your please and thank yous. Make sure that, that you're polite, no fighting, and then at the end she'd say, you hear me? And in Eikev, we have another hero, Israel, where Moses is reminding the people, listen to me. It's a little like Deuteronomy, do this, do that. Eikev in Hebrew means several things I found out. It means believe. It means because. It means if you follow. And I'm going to use that explanation of Eikev today, if you follow. But the root of Eikev is heal. Michelle gave me an example of if you follow somebody really closely, you're on their heel. And that's where the if you follow comes in with that root. Israel's the only nation in the history of the world that prior to conquering a land to settle in had a complete handbook of rules. They had laws, they had a moral compass, and a roadmap for success. They also knew the consequences beforehand. This has never happened before. They knew what was going to happen if they didn't follow this roadmap. In Parsha Eikev, Moses continues to speak of the responsibilities that were going to come with this land. It's not like it was just given to them. Here, drive my car. You want to say, be really careful of. So Moses continues to speak of the responsibilities that were going to come with the land and the faith that they were going to have to put into Hashem. In Egypt, the Nile provided the water. In Israel, that's not going to happen. You've got to rely on Hashem for the rains. In order to get the rains, you have to obey the rules. The rewards and punishments for what they did or didn't do were repeated. If you follow the rules, things are going to be beyond wonderful. But if not, remember what you saw in Egypt. The plagues, the Red Sea, the destruction of the Egyptians when they were following. The second paragraph of the Shema is given. Again, repeating the rewards and punishments. And this is so important that it's said twice a day. That's the command. When you lie down and when you rise up. I once worked for a man who used to say, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice does not make perfect. It makes habitual. And with that in mind, the more you practice something, the more it becomes a habit. Good or bad, for that matter. And I know that a lot of us are studying Hebrew. And if twice a day we were to say in English, and follow in Hebrew and say that Shema, read the Shema twice a day, it's not going to take long before you're going to fulfill many mitzvot by saying the Shema, by studying Torah, and your Hebrew is going to immediately improve. It just will. Moses reminds us of the importance of grace after meals. We never go to anyone's house and have a really good meal and just walk out the door. We always thank the host. Always. This is what Hashem is asking us to do, to thank the host. Grace after meals. It's a commandment. There's also a strong reminder that when the people win the lottery, so to speak, in the land of Israel, they're not to forget how it came about and to always keep Hashem in the forefront of their lives. Eikev, if you only follow God's ways and cleave to Him, the people will easily occupy the land of Israel, and no man will stand up against them. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs said recently, only faith can save a society from decline and fall. That was one of Moses' greatest insights, and it's never ceased to be true. Shabbat Shalom.